We have them blocked in, but we need more cars.
I don't even know where to begin with this video. I think you're going to be shocked. So let's start with this. A person decided to film themselves blocking off Homeland Security agents with their own vehicle. And then they submitted their own evidence to the Hillsbury Herald. All the way down here, they even said the person who shot this film provided it to the Herald. And to top it all off, this occurred in Hillsboro, which is a suburb of Portland. And you can't make this stuff up. The city of Portland is also getting ready to sign the Protections Against Feds, basically protecting the residents of Portland against federal agents. Meanwhile, we're about to watch a resident block off and entrap federal agents. So we have a lot to cover. Now before we start the video, make sure to please like the video. It's the #1 way you guys are helping this channel, and it also helps others see the videos as well. And with your help, when you guys promote these videos, we can actually show people what is happening in Portland. You're not going to see this in the mainstream, so please promote this video, like it, subscribe, so others can see what is happening right now.
We can play. My car's bigger than yours. Ice! It's ice! Please help me record. Get behind them if you have a car. If you have a car, please pull behind them. It's ice.
Okay, so first things first, I think you can tell this is the ICE agent or somebody belonging to Homeland Security. Now, the person driving the vehicle, again, she turned in her own evidence to the newspaper. This is Kylie. We'll get to that later, but I want to get through this. You can hear the intentions here. She's trying to block off ICE, and she even said, "My vehicle is bigger than yours."
Can you pull behind them? It's ICE. They're trying to kidnap people. Please pull behind them. Please pull behind them and park. Please. Please park behind them. Can you put your car behind them, please? It's ICE. Put your car there. They're gonna move. Hurry, please. Hurry. Park your car sideways, please.
Now, the other thing I want to point out is this ICE agent is trying to do the right thing, trying to avoid escalation, trying to crash into Kylie. Right now, when you look at the escalation of force, this ICE agent could technically, if he wanted to, engage Kylie in whatever matter he feels safe, because Kylie is using her vehicle to obstruct. But you guys are not going to believe what happens next.
Hurry!
That's right, the other person waited for the agent to drive away. Now Kylie's gonna back into him or block him off.
Dumb bitches, you're not going anywhere. Can you guys block the road, please, so they can't get out?
So this is an extremely dangerous situation, but the main theme behind this video is the facilitation of the blocking off. Kylie saying, "Hey, help me out, help me out," and then you can hear the intentions behind her voice that, you know, "I'm gonna block you, my vehicle is bigger than yours, you're not going anywhere," putting her vehicle in park, getting out to film the agents.
We have them blocked in, but we need more cars. Look at these losers. 2, 3, 2 of them in the car.
And by the way, this was posted on Kylie's own personal page on Facebook and on TikTok. And this might shock you, it might not. The majority of the comments were laughing, and a lot of them were loving this. And again, I do want to point out, this is a legitimate local news publication, the Hillsborough Herald. When you scroll down to the bottom, it says the person who shot this film provided it to the Herald, and we post it for the community to review and internalize. That person took decisive action and blocked the ICE vehicle in while recruiting help from others in the neighborhood to peacefully block the road access, preventing the ICE agents from completing their hunt or detention/arrest of the people of persons they were looking for. The bravery shown here is extraordinary. So you even have an admission from the Hillsborough Herald that the person who sent in the film, who posted it on her own personal page, they're calling her a hero. But the main point I'm trying to show you guys is the intentions behind the act. I cannot believe what we're seeing here. And by the way, if you haven't already, make sure to please subscribe to my channel because we cover stuff like this all the time, especially in Portland. We cover it every day, but typically we don't see stuff like this outside of the ICE building. We might see an uptick of these types of events, especially if the city of Portland is trying to protect the residents of Portland when it comes to federal agents' activities. We'll get to that later, but I want to show you another video. Now, the owner of this company, 649, which happens to be like a craft beer company, they posted a video of Kylie, a third-party source, of her, I guess, blocking off the ICE vehicle as well. And I cannot play the music in the background, it's copyright, and I think you guys would find it a little annoying. But yeah, you can see ICE is trying to leave the area. But nonetheless, you can see all of the commotion going on in the middle and the blocking off of the ICE agents from these people. So yeah, that's a third-party source to verify what we just saw. Okay, so here's where things also get interesting, because a ton of information was able to roll in immediately once that video surfaced. I guess it's because she was charged with felony riot and more. She was arrested at an Antifa riot in East Portland, where a police station was set on fire, and she was also part of the Wall of Moms, and she was quickly released. But again, if you want to do your own research into this video, this is what pops up from a ton of independent journalists.
Developing tonight, Portland City Councilors are set to vote on a resolution they say will protect Portlanders from federal agents. The measure is called the Protect Portland Initiative.
It asks the mayor to direct a number of city agencies to take specific actions in response to increased federal activity. K2's Christina Giardinelli talked to city councilors about it today and is live for us at City Hall. So, Christina, there are some risks involved with this.
Yeah, you know, Deb, the Trump administration has already threatened to remove federal funding from the city of Portland. And of course, that comes during a very difficult budget year when the city already doesn't have enough money for its homelessness initiatives.
And of course, the timing of all of this is quite interesting. Again, if we keep seeing more and more videos of ICE agents being blocked in, and as we know, the Portland police, they will get information. They will get credible information. People will ask for help from the Portland police, and nothing seems to happen. And you can even take it a step further. When people call 911 near the ICE building, they are not responding. And this is also being called out by attorneys who are looking into possibly suing the city again.
I asked some of the councilors whether that's worth the risk. In a tough budget year, Portland now finding itself the target of federal cuts, mainly because of its sanctuary status and its refusal to help federal immigration enforcement efforts. City councilors now doubling down on that stance with a resolution aimed at protecting Portlanders from federal agents. It calls on the mayor to take a number of actions, including directing the city attorney to take legal action when feds use excessive force against protesters, asking the mayor to dig up information on federal and military activity in Portland, and it calls on the mayor to order Portland police to start documenting when ICE agents detain people in Portland.
And look, here's the thing. We are seeing this in real time. If you guys are subscribed to my channel, you know that the journalist we work with, it looks like the law never seems to be in the favor of journalists or whoever are trying to fight back against the city of Portland. One of the most high-profile cases we follow, or we have been following on my channel, is that a woman named Cloud sued the city of Portland because police officers were not responding to 911 calls. I'm just trying to give you guys guys an example of how the lawfare within Portland really can work in their own favor as a city. Cloud lost the case because the judge said, well, technically speaking, city police would be breaking sanctuary laws if they went to respond to 911 calls that had to do with the noise complaints surrounding an ICE building. So if there's ever one way that the city of Portland can win a fight against the Trump administration, it's going to be with laws like this, trying to fight back against agents and trying to, cram that system with a ton of lawsuits.
Council President Ilana Portal-Guinea says councilors have been paying close attention to federal troop deployment in other cities like Chicago.
A number of councilors have been working on ways that we can address the federal government's actions within our city and what we are seeing them take on across the country.
All of these things done in this resolution are things that can be done behind the scenes without publicly announcing it. Why what is the reason to publicly announce it when you're already getting pushback from the federal administration?
Well, a couple of things. First of all, there are some things that council wanted to elevate as a priority. And as the mayor makes decisions about what actions to take first and what priorities to make, we as council have an opportunity and an obligation to weigh in as well. And
now, here's the reality of the situation. We talked about this, I think, a couple of videos ago on Portland. The protesters who are risking their lives out there to get arrested, and these city councilors, I don't know one city councilor who's been out at night during the protest and has been hit with pepper balls out there with the protesters. And let me tell you something. The protesters are starting to notice that the city council has not been doing anything on their behalf. Go check out my video from a couple of videos ago. Protesters in the area where the ICE building is are starting to get a little confused that the Portland police are helping out ICE a lot more than they said would happen. And now there's a resolution that's supposed to prevent that. Meanwhile, the Portland police said they will work with ICE. It's a bit of a tricky situation for the city council because they're trying to do the right thing, but at the same time, they told the Portland protesters that we're on your side here.
this is a way that we can say, make sure you're doing these specific pieces. I also think it's important for the community to know what it is that we are doing to ensure that we're all standing together.
Now, Portal-Guinea says the threat of federal funding loss would be there regardless of this resolution. 4 council members are set to present the resolution tomorrow at the council meeting, and there could be a vote as soon as tomorrow.
Okay, so here's a recent video from Nick Sorter where this person talks about living in the area where these protests occur. Again, everyone seems to focus on the protesters. I think we also need to be focusing on, is the city council going to help out the people who have been begging for help? Again, make sure to please like this video, promote it out there. That's who we are trying to help as well.
Good.
Is it loud in there at night?
Where?
In the, do you live here?
Yeah.
It's loud in there at night?
What you hear here is what you hear in that. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. What they're doing to these people here, they're people here that have been in Iraq War and Desert Storm.
Yeah.
PTSD. You should see them shake in the elevator.
Oh, with PTSD?
And the little kids that with families walking to the elevator would be crying when the bombs, all this stuff. It's really not a fun picture. And all this hype is just making, I mean, could you imagine living in one of these? I know 5 of them
I
live
would
there.
throw a fit.
Oh, and they do, but there's nothing we can do.
And again, we've been covering on my channel, the city council, they know this is happening, but they're still trying to figure out a way or focus more on going after the federal agents without almost ever addressing the protesters forever being an issue.
Do about it. It's terrible. I mean, I see families and little kids crying, I just get pissed off.
And I mean, they're stuck in a lease, so there's not much they can do, right?
Oh, it's 4 o'clock in the morning goes off, everybody goes home, get rested, and they start back about 11 o'clock in the morning. It's just unfair. It's just unfair.
It is unfair. Oh, so not like noise enforcement or anything?
No.
Oh, the city council won't let them do noise enforcement.
There you go.
Before all this happened, the city council wouldn't let the police calm the curfews or anything here.
Yeah.
This, to me, I wish the Trump administration or somebody within the higher echelons of the Trump administration, this is what the messaging has to be. I understand that the protesters, like everyone in America, is focusing on the protesters. I really think if more Americans knew that a city is not enforcing a noise code, if you call 911, the city council says, nah, you don't got to do it. This, to me, is the true biggest story of all of this.
Yeah.
So, like, would you like to see the city council move forward with noise enforcement here?
Well, absolutely. These people, it's unfair for anybody in this building or the other one. Where's the other one? No, I guess this one. They've already shut the school down. They won't even let the kids do that daycare.
Yeah.
It's all full of,
So I was curious because, you do have apartments here and people live here, and I haven't talked to anybody
people
from
with
there yet.
children, 2 families up there with kids that you see and they're going down the hallway crying because of all the flash bombs going off all hours of the night. It really is. I mean, it's not fair what's going on. It's just not the right thing to do. There's no patriotism in any of this, and that's what's sad.
So I guess
The irony behind all of this is that it looks like the Portland police are standing in the background as well. Now, we are talking to some people in the building. They did say there was one night where they did get a full night of sleep. I also do want to point out within the Portland police force, there is some rumblings going on where the police do want to enforce what's happening, at least respond to a noise complaint, but they can't. They're told they can't.
they enforce, I don't know, if the city council, aren't the residents suing, or?
Well, we tried to shut it down, and they won't do anything about it.
Yep.
And so...
And it's only gotten worse, really, it seems.
Oh, yeah. I mean, can you imagine? And it gets more now, especially on Friday and Saturday nights.
Yep.
It gets really bad. But just think of the people living here trying to put up with these loud...
Oh, no, I can't. I wouldn't be able to do it.
No, I already told them. I said, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay here anymore. This is just getting too much.
Will they let you out of the lease, or?
I don't know. I haven't checked. Now,
Here's the reality of the situation. These people can't leave. A lot of people who live in this building, first off, they don't want to. It's actually a beautiful area from what I'm being told. When things are not chaotic, this is a beautiful area of Portland. I'll give them that. But number two, the problem is a lot of people who live in this building, they are lower income. They don't make a lot of money. A lot of them are either disabled or they just don't have the ability to leave. And again, for even a lot of people in America where you do have a regular, normal job, you're healthy, it's difficult for everyday Americans to even move where they want to go. Nobody can afford a house. How are you just going to go from lease to lease? And these people don't want to go already. These people have made it very clear who live in the apartments. They just want the noise to go down. They don't even want the protesting to stop. Just respond to the loud noises, and that's not happening. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As I make this video, the city of Portland is preparing to sign off on that bill. I'm also waiting to see if that person who blocked off the ICE agents by her own admission in her own video, will she be arrested? Make sure to please subscribe to find out. But one thing I will say is this. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. Thank you for promoting these videos. We have been trying to get as much help as possible to the people who live in those apartments. And again, the number one thing I want to say is pray for peace. We always advocate for peace on my channel, and I always try to be as fair as possible on this channel. There are some good people who live in Portland, and we do pray for you. Thank you guys so much for everything. God bless, and we'll see you all later.